Today, Tuesday, the 25th of March 2025, we have some hand-picked match prediction to share with you, which of course will be backed up by some stats and analytics to help you make your picks in the list to boost your winning by a greater percent. And to those of you who want to have access to our hand-pick event, which we share to members only, especially access to our top-notch bet class tutorials to take your winning to the next high, then you want to make sure to join the level 2 pro plan or the level 3 master plan to have access to these features to take your winning to the next height. To those of you who want to join, the link is below this video description. So without wasting time, let's begin with the first event of our today's list. But before we proceed, we want to say congratulations based on the event we share with you on Sunday, for we already start wins. And before we proceed, I'll share with you all the game event we have on Sunday before proceeding to the games for today, Tuesday. On Monday, we have no event to share with you, for because we did not see any safety game picks to share. So let's look at the event on Sunday before proceeding to today's event. Let's proceed. So Sunday's event was very amazing. We had a total of 10 games we shared. All these games were successful. And looking at the first event, we looked at Australia in the A-League Adelaide Women against Brisbane Roar Women, that is Australia A-League Women. We looked at 1.5 and 2.5 going full time. It ended as 3 against 1. A total of 4 goals were scored, making it successful. Congratulations. In the next, we looked at Slovakia in the third league, Raka against MSK Mateng. We looked at the home to lead as one of the major pick or a double chance. The home ended up leading, making it successful. In the next, we looked at Germany in the second Bundesliga Women, where we looked at Meppen Women against Anderlecht Women. We said there will be the possibility of 1.5 and 2.5 goal or Meppen leading. All cases were true, making it very successful. Congratulations. In the next, we looked at Netherlands in the Eredivisie Women, where we looked at 20 women against Heerenveen Women, saying that 20 will lead as well as 1.5 and 2.5 goals. All cases were true, making 20 to lead 3 against 0. 1.5 and 2.5 goal also successful. Congratulations. In the next, we looked at Hungary in the NB1 Women, where we looked at Pukas Academy to lead, and it leads by 1 against 0, and this was successful as well. In the next, we looked at Oberliga Bremen of Germany, Hemmelegen against Werder Bremen, where we looked at least 1.5 goals in full time or the home leading, successful. In the next, in the Ghana Premier League, we looked at Asante Kotoko to lead or give it a double chance. It was true. It ended 1 against 0, making the home to lead. Successful. In the next, we looked at 2 games in the Nigeria NPFL. The first was Katsina United to beat El Kanemi, and also the possibility of at least 1.5 goals. All the cases were true. It ended 3 against 0, making it successful. Congratulations. In the next, we looked at Kwara against Aqua United, where we looked at Aqua United to lead, as well as the possibility of at least 1.5 goals in full time. All cases were true. Congratulations. It was successful. And lastly, we looked at Norway in the top Siren Women, where we looked at Valerenga Women against Korbot Women for the home Valerenga Women to lead, whereas the possibility of more goals, 1.5 or 2.5 goals. All cases were true, making it a huge success. So congratulations. And now let's look at the event we have for you today. And now we have some game event to share with you. So let's look at the games we have. But before we proceed, I have a quick announcement to make. If you come here to the front page of our channel in this area titled as the home, you're going to see that we provide match prediction to members only in terms of goals match predictions, corner kick match predictions, and so on. And once you become a member of the level 2 pro plan or the level 3 master plan, you're going to have access to our hand-pick event to take your winning to the next height. Also, if you become a member, you can also have access to top-notch tutorial classes. For example, if you are a member of the level 2 pro plan, you're also going to have access to the level 2 pro classes. You can access all of these in one place from the link below this video. This access will give you top-notch tutorials like the live match corner kick strategy to make strategic wins step by step. Also, a simple trick for consistent winning with the event we pick, followed by the never seen match prediction strategy you have never seen before to make consistent win, followed by comeback straight win strategy that will amaze you, tactical straight win and 2.5 goal strategy for you, as well as a 99% win rate strategy for you as members. But if you become a member of the Level 3 Master, you have access to even more top-notch bed class tutorials tied to at the Level 3 Master classes that will give you access to the excellent corner kick strategy we have reviewed, the top secret AI tool we use to find games in terms of straight wins and goals probability, the corner kick strategy that revealed the top secret website we use for corner kick event, and as well as secret AI tool we use, the home and away match prediction strategy step by step, and the 2.5 goal strategy that you can use to beat the bookies and win even more. Once you become a member of the Level 3 Master, you can have access to all of these top-notch video tutorials in one place. The link is below this video description. Also, if you come here to the front page of our channel here and navigate to this area titled as the video tab, you're going to see that we also provide some top-notch tutorials for free. Like for example, we just recently published a new video which we titled it as Betting Strategies, a Deep Dive. This is episode 1 of this series, which we just released 3 days ago. To those of you who have not yet watched the video, you want to make sure to watch this video tutorial that explains some of the tips which we have highlighted in this tutorial. We are going to be making more videos coming up very soon, so you want to make sure you start to follow the first episode of this tutorial we have made. Also, of course, we have another top-notch tutorial which we recently shared some few months back, which we titled it as you can see here. Let me just share that with you so that you can go ahead as well to watch that particular video tutorial. We titled that particular video here, labeled as the expert tip for picking winning soccer games, which revealed some of the top tips which you can make advantage of it. You can watch this tutorial and learn some few tips we have explained here. We also have another 5 hidden Sofascore tips you never knew existed before, which you can also take advantage of it. You want to make sure to watch this tutorial to the end and learn some of the tips and strategy we have explained to use it at your advantage. So that being said, let's now look at the first event of our today's list. And looking at the first game, we are looking at Argentina in the Premier A Women. We are looking at Social Atletico Televisión Women with Banfield Women. The performance of the home in terms of the recent event they have had this same year and this same month have proved that they are very good. You can see scoring 4-1-1 in recent event they have had, but its opponent on the other hand just proved to concede very high amounts of goal, conceding 3, 2 and 5 in each event they have had. Comparing the stance of these two by the form for home and away, the home proved to be very good, sitting on the second place. They have had just 3 games played, all the 3 wins, scoring 6 and conceding 0. They are high in offense and very good in defense. But that of the away, in terms of the recent play, have proved that they are very weak, sitting right on the 16th position, conceding 10 goals in just 3 events played to prove that the defense line is very weak and scoring just 2 and no wins yet recorded. And looking at everything in place, we want to look at the home to take advantage of the weak defense of the away to lead in full time as one of the major picks, as well as the possibility of goals. So I want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this event, of course, the performance of the home is amazing. We look at it to take advantage of the weak defense of the way to lead as one of the major picks, as well as the probability of at least 1.5 goal or 2 goals over in this event in full time. These are our 2 major picks for this particular event. Looking at the next, we looked at Mexico in the Liga MX U23. We are looking at Montreal U23 against Club America U23. Here, the performance of the home Montreal have proved to be very, very offensive, scoring 3, 2, 3, and 2 in recent event they have had. This same here, that of its opponent, on the other hand, concede very much with a weak defensive line in terms of the recent gameplay they have just had. The stand performance in terms of the recent play by the home have proved that the home Monterrey is very offensive, sitting on the 3rd place. They have had 5 games played at home, winning 4 out of 5, having a draw, 1 draw, scoring 11 and conceding 5. This is a very good offense and defense. But its opponent, on the other hand, proved that the defensive line is not very good. They sit here on the 5th place, conceding 8 goals and scoring 5 of 5 games played. The offense is average, but the defense is not very tight. Looking at this, we look at the home to take advantage of the weak defense And since the away also have an offense which is at least average, we'll look at two major picks here in full time. For this particular event, the home have more offense, and since the defense of the away is not tied, as well as the away also have an average offense, more shoot on and off target will result here. Therefore, the probability of 1.5 goal, 2 goals over is our major pick for this particular event, considering more shoot on and off target for this particular gameplay. So 1.5 goal, 2 goals over is our major pick for this gameplay. Looking at the next, we looked at Europe in the U19 qualification, Serbia against Norway. The recent performance of Norway in the recent event they have had have proved that they topple this table, sitting on the first place. They have just had 2 games played, having the 2 wins, scoring 4 and conceding 1. That's a good offense. That of Serbia as well, on the other hand, which is coming home, sit on the second after Norway. They are coming to meet. 2 great teams of great strength are coming to meet. And looking at the fact that Serbia have also scored 4 goals in 2 games played, winning 1, conceding 3, of course, since it is coming home and Norway is going away with a more tight defense, there will more shoot on and off target, resulting to that is more strike off and on target, resulting to at least the possibility of goals. So I want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, the probability of goals is our most occurring occurrence. Since more shoot on and off target will result, we want to look at least 1.5 goal to occur in this match in full time is our major pick. Looking at the next, we looked at Germany in the Oberliga Nordost. We are looking at Jena playing against Plauen. For this particular event, the performance of Jena by the recent event they have had have proved they are very offensive, scoring 3-2 in each event they have had recently, the same here. Plauen, on the other hand, is just a very weak defensive team. That is, the defense is not good, they concede high number of goals. The stand performance of these in terms of the recent event they've had by the home and away, Jena sit on the 8th place. They have had 5 games played at home with 2 wins, scoring 12, conceding 4. Good offense and good defense. But that of its opponent, the away team, have proved that the defensive line is not very good. They sit right on the 17th place, conceding 14 goals in 5 games played, proof that the defense is not good. And we look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, the weak defense of the away will give chance for the home to have the probability of scoring. And since Jena have proved to be very offensive, we looked at it to take the lead as one of the major pick, or just goal probability 1.5 or 2.5 goal in this event in full time due to the weak defensive line of the away, which is the opponent of the home. So 2 major pick here: 1, Jena to lead; 2, or the probability of 1.5 or 2 goals over. Looking at the next, we looked here in the Germany Oberliga Hamburg. We are looking at Altona against Harborough. We're looking here Altona having a very high offensive strength, scoring 4 and 6 and 2 in each event, recently the same here. Its opponent, on the other hand, proved to concede high amount of goals. The defense is not very good. And looking at the stand performance in terms of the recent event they have had recently, Altona have proved to be very offensive, sitting on the 2nd place. They have had 17 goals scored, conceding 4. That's a high offense with good defense. But that of the away, in terms of the recent event they've had, proved that they sit right in the last place, conceding up to 16 goals in just 5 games played. No wins recorded. And looking at this, we look at the fact that the away have a very weak defensive line. For the home to take advantage of that weak defense to either lead as one of the major pick or looking at goal probability. So we look at 2 major picks here in full time. Everything being put in place, we look at the home to lead as one of the major pick, as well as the probability of 1.5 or 2.5 goal to occur in this match in full time. Looking at the next, we looked at England in the National League North. We are looking at Darlington against Chorley, where the performance of the home Darlington have proved to be good, scoring 2-2 and 2 in each event, high offensive strength. But have Chorley, on the other hand, proved their defense is not very tight. They are loose in the defensive lineup. Looking at the stand performance comparison by the strength of the home and away, Chorley lead this table. Sitting on the 1st place, they have had 5 games played, all the 5 lead, scoring 15 and conceding 4. That's a big offense and strong defense. But out of the away, by the recent game played they've had, have proved that they sit right in the that is right here in the 16th place. That is, we are looking at the away team, which is Chorley. They are sitting right here in the 19th place. 11 conceded goals for 5 games played with just 4 goals scored, prove that they are not good at offense, but the defense is weak. And since the home have an offense which is good by the home game performances, we are looking at it to take advantage of the weak defense of Chorley to have more goals scored here. And since the home and the away proof, especially the away proved a weak defensive line, we looked at two major picks in full time. For this particular event, since the defensive line of the away is not tough, we looked at the home to be the favorite or to give it a double chance, as well as the probability of at least 1.5 goal is the next possibility we want to look at for this event in full time. In the next, we looked at England in the National League North. We are looking at Scarborough against Oxford City. Oxford City and Scarborough, especially the home, have proved to be better, scoring high amount of goals, 1, 5, and 3 in the recent gameplay they've had. That's a good offense. The opponent, on the other hand, also have proved to concede as much as they can. And looking at the stand performance comparison by the form of the home and away, the home have proved Scarborough have an offense which is good with a tight defense. Scoring 11 goals in 5 games played proved that the offense is good, but the defensive line is very tight as well. But that of its opponent, on the other hand, in terms of the defensive line, proved to sit on the 18th position. Conceding 10 goals in 5 games played, the offense is not very tight, and looking at everything in place, we look at two major picks in full time. For this particular event, the home also look at the probability of the fact that the offense is better compared to the weak defense of the away. So we are looking at the home to have a double chance due to the weak defense of the away, and the performance of the home is better. So also goal probability is the next option. So 1, the home to lead or to give it a double chance. 2, at least 1.5 goal to occur in full time. Looking at the next, we looked at England in the Southern League Premier Central. We are looking at Bromsgrove against Harborough. Harborough have proved to be very good in recent events they have had, scoring 4, 2, and 2 goals. In the recent gameplay they have had this same here. Bromsgrove, on the other hand, is more conceding, even though they score as well. And looking at the stand performance by the recent gameplay they have had, the form of the home have proved here that they sit right here in the, if we looked at the 90th position, that's the 19th position, with a defense which is not very tight and also an average offense. They are not good at offense and they are not good at defense. But that of Harborough, on the other hand, leading this table, sit on the first place, scoring 10 goals in a away game played, conceding 2. That's a very good offense, but very strong defense as well. So look at the fact that the offense of the away being very strong and the defense of the home just average. We look at double chance for the away, and as well as the possibility of at least 1 goal over by the home team in full time. So I want to look at two major picks here. For this particular event, since the home is our favorite, having more probability to score here, we look at it to give it either a double chance as one of the major picks, or just looking at over 1 goal for the away team in full time. That is, if the away does not exceed 1 goal, we have a refund. So we are looking at over 1 goal for the away, or to just give the away a double chance. This is our major pick for this event. And to those of you who want to have access to our top-notch tutorial classes, both for level 2 or level 3 master, then you want to make sure to subscribe to the level 2 pro plan or the level 3 master plan to have access to these features. Also having access to our handpick event to take your winning to the next high. To those of you who want to join, the link is below this video description. Good luck and see you again in the next upload, and bye-bye for now.